Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool. And what is your car bar? Now in the old days I just used to carry nothing but a large slotted screwdriver, and of course I worked my way up to Snap-on's biggest slotted screwdriver and a green handle. I got that from a friend of mine who used to have a 66 Mercury Comet. Said he could fix anything with a big slotted screwdriver, especially one he could get two hands on. But anyway, what I've done is over the years just moved around between different kinds of what I call car bars. And a car bar essentially could be used for, working on the car, but also emergencies and for things you might run into when you're out and about. This was one I had for quite a while, obviously still have it. This is an American-made council tool, small Halligan. You've seen this in other videos. The problem with the Halligan is it's probably one of the hardest to store or manage in a vehicle without poking yourself or something. I've used small nail bars. This is a Klein. I'm going to use this for something else, but for an example, it's way better than nothing, but a little bit limited as far as leverage. This is a large, one of the super heavy duty Snap-ons, again USA made, about an inch wide, 7/8 or something like that. And it's a significant prying machine, but has limitations in other areas. Sorry about the focus there. And it's one-sided, which means you got one prying end. You can strike this thing, but to me the disadvantage of only having one choice is a little too limiting. And kind of a little bigger. This is the 56-inch Dominator. This is the same as the Icon. I got this for a big treehouse project that was actually a deconstruction of a 3-story treehouse, and I was going to spend a lot of time on a ladder prying. But anyway, this also shows I made just sort of a cap because I want to keep the end really sharp. Lots of leverage, same disadvantages as the Snap-on, plus it's expensive. Not as much as a Snap-on though, but it's a great choice if that's all you got. But enter this. This is the 42-inch Klein Wrecking Bar. This is part number 66097. This one's 42 inches long, sells for about $30. There's also a 36-inch one that sells for about $28, and then one without that orange handle that sells for about $24. It's 24 inches. I really think that orange handle in the middle is essential for several reasons I'll get to. But anyway, you can see the overall length's 42 inches, and you're working with between 4 and 6 inches of other non-straightness at the ends. It's an ideal shape, I've found, as far as the different prying options. You got about a 23-inch handle on that thing. It's kind of a rubbery overmold. This is made in Vietnam, so that's part of the affordability, but also outstanding tools are coming out of many places, and this is just bulk iron. Excellent form on this as far as you've got various surfaces, a hammer striking surface there, a couple of different ways you can use this as a pry bar, vertically, horizontally, and then the two different angles, plus the nail puller ends and that nail slot. It's an excellent reflection of your different prying bar components that work together. So you can start things on one end and finish it on another, depending what it is. And obviously, if you think of emergency situations, having that bright orange is important. This is what it looks like in the back of a 4Runner. Again, this is the 42-inch. If that's too much, choose something else. This is in the back of a Tacoma pickup truck, back seat. So you can see I can slide it in. Nowhere near as bad as a Halligan. It's just a good, solid, large, bulk prying tool. If you happen to have a Subaru Outback, this is how much it takes up. It is kind of a commitment, and again, I think it's important to have maybe some covers over those edges. So this is my current choice of car bar. I'm wondering what yours is. There are lots of choices, lots of different variations, but the two ends on this thing, I think, are outstanding. So what's your car bar? And with that, Doc out.